But what I think, people have tried to insinuate is that the government gives us securities to go and sell.
But that's what the Honorable Adongo said. He said that you guys have a capitalization of 1,000 cedis, something like that.
I mean, Paul,
he said something like that. And then he says also that what happens is that government wants to issue bonds. You guys are told to go and sell the bonds. So you go and sell the bonds, you take your commission, you give the rest of the money to government. In effect, government is spoon-feeding a company that doesn't have to do anything. And if he's right, we're all going to be very angry, because I can do that too. If government calls me and say, hey, Mr. Adom, come here, I have bonds, go and sell. I call some guy, Charlie, will you buy government bonds? Okay, how much? How much are you giving me? I do that, I pocket the money.
If you could sell a bond,
if that's what it is, then it's not good.
Look, if somebody's comfortable with talking about convexity, duration, Sortino ratios and all of that, then
I don't know that
exactly.
But what he said, he gives the impression that I can do it too.
No, I don't.
So what really happens?
Honorable Adongo is a fantastic man, and I'm sure he really sparked some great debates in the the finance committee and parliament. And as maybe a shadow finance minister, that's what you're supposed to do.
The shadow is Atufosin. He is
shadow. Well, sincere.
Or deputy shadow, if you like. Well, the real shadow is Kesel Atufosin.
Okay, no, that's fine. But
so that's my own thing.
Okay,
that's my own thing.
No, that's fine. But
all right.
Even saying that a company has a capital of 1,000 Ghana cedis really doesn't make sense. And let's just be honest about that, right? 1,000 cedis in a company doesn't even get you past the front door. So it's impossible for us to have. In 2008, when Black Star Brokerage was incorporated, it had 100,000 Ghana cedis. At that time, that was the equivalent of $100,000. Fast forward between 2008 and 2017, when we had we've had rapid depreciation of currency, etc. When I took over the company, we had to inject another 1 million Ghana cedis into the business. And that's what we used to grow, to build the team up to the point where we felt that we could now go out and pitch for business and do all of those things. But to come back to the idea that the work that we do is easy, look, we are proud of what we do.
Not just that it's easy, but it's actually unnecessary spend of government money, because really, government is issuing bonds. You can get the investors yourself. Why are you putting people in the middle?
But who will get the investors?
That's the question.
Yeah,
but the impression he gave is that it's very simple.
But what forum? And again, and I mentioned this, we interact.
But
with
do you buy the bonds and sell it?
No, we don't buy the bonds. We engage our clients. We give them a view. We tell them what we think would happen. Investors then make a decision as to how they're going to execute a particular transaction. That coaching and sort of work is not done by the Ministry of Finance. If you are,
can it be done by the Ministry of Finance?
No.
I don't
know. It can't. Why would the Ministry of Finance? There are about 100 fund managers. Are you telling me that the Ministry of Finance is going to speak to over 100 fund managers individually, looking at their portfolios in detail? That's a lot of time and effort. So the idea is that you have enough people, and that is why it was expanded. Look, let's not downplay the reason why the BMSs went from, or the JBRs went from.
Who's JBRs?
Sorry, the joint book runners went from what it was to what it is now. I think in the time it started, there was 3 firms and only one was local. Fast forward to today, you have 9, of which I think more than half of them are local. And that's in the vein of building local capacity. But back to my thing around the work that we do. It's not easy. We in advance spend time coaching, getting information. Ministry of Finance doesn't run surveys with fund managers. We understand the intricacies of what fund managers do. We understand the intricacies of what pension funds do, what insurance companies do. Ministry of Finance is focused on managing its budget and doing all the things that it's supposed to do.
Okay, so let me bring it back to media, whether we are on the same page. So World Cup is about to come right now. And we are looking at the World Cup, showing it and doing programming around the World Cup. So we hire somebody and say, we need about $2.5 million to pay for the World Cup and all that. Can you find advertisements for us? Something like that. And then he goes to find that, but he comes back and says, okay, I got this company, they'll buy out of your 2.5, they'll buy 300,000 of airtime. I got this company, and he's going to tell the companies that, look, this is World Cup. This is what they're going to do for you. This is the kind of eyeballs you're going to get. This is your product. You can put it on this one. So the World Cup is going on 3 TV stations. Put this advert on Metro TV because they are stronger here. Put it on TV3. Somebody will say that information should be known by the advertiser, but he really doesn't know it.
Exactly.
Because he's busy running his business.
And that's precisely
he's running an IRS business. He's running a retail business.
And
he's running an FMCG business. So we get somebody to go and do that, and we pay the person a commission. That's the kind of thing you're talking about?
It's exactly that. And I go back to the selling of homes. If you're trying to sell your homes, you as an individual can't speak to 100 people. But there are people who speak to 100 people every day, and that's what we do. And so when you come to us and you say you want to sell something, we know where to send it to. And it's no different from insurance brokers. You know what?
So you're connecting the seller to the buyers.
Exactly. What Honorable Adongo sought to sort of say around the connection of buyers and the fact that we don't do any work, it's impossible. The work that we do is immense. We have to spend time.
So let's wrap it up nicely.
Okay.
Criteria comes out. You pitch. You are selected. By all means, some may not be selected. Some are selected. You are told that you've been selected. And then you go out there and then get people to buy the bonds. And then you get paid a commission by government.
Sure.
Okay. So that's how it works.
But I just want to make this clear. And it's really important. The brokerage business is a commission-based business.
It's commission-based, yeah.
Any insurance company could sell its products, right? But they have insurance brokers.
Yeah.
Where if I'm an individual, I go to and they can explain to me the differences between the structures that different insurance companies, and they get paid a commission. It's no different from a real estate broker or an insurance broker. It's the same thing that happens in our market.
Okay, so you are suggesting to us that if you had not built the company since 2017 to be ready for the pitch in 2021, in spite of Charles Adu Boahen being Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, which is issuing the bonds, you wouldn't have been able to participate in it. Is that the point of view?
Sorry, just say that again.
Are you saying that if you didn't build the capacity that you said you built since 2017 in this company, in spite of the fact that Honorable Charles Adu Boahen is the Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, which is issuing the bonds, you still could not have participated if you didn't have the capacity, in spite of the fact that the ministry is issuing the bonds.
The amount of work that is done between the BMSs is very difficult to put in words. We hired a data engineer, data scientist, and a data analyst to go back as far as 2000, looking at trends in our inflation rates, trying to understand the correlations between our currency and our inflation, and are there signals. We've done work on trying to understand what an inflation-linked bond and the impact that it will have on the economy is. That work is not work that anybody can do. We as Black Star, and this is not even, and I'm happy to boast, can do that work.